that come from this area, and if we don't acknowledge those artists, it's almost like not understanding, you know, it's ignoring who you are.
Here comes sickness, walking down my street. Shaking her hips like she's some kind of treat. Oh, the neighborhood dogs looking at her feet.
We are currently in the Sub Pop warehouse. This is my domain. By day, I work in the warehouse sending out packages, and by night, I play the rock and roll.
Who's that looking among the trees? They got bombs to spread disease. Who's driving your aeroplane? They're up there.
Right now, I'm going to pick an order for Hyde and Zeke Records in Gainesville, Florida. You know, when it started out, it was strictly a local label. A lot of loud, kind of, you know, post-punk, what became known as grunge band. You know, now it's the record label's a lot more diverse. This is the Grand Archives. This is the Gutter Twins. This record, you might have heard of it, Band of Horses. The kids really went nuts for this Shins record when it came out. They're good kids. I read an interview where Robin, I think, the singer of the Fleet Foxes, said basically they're trying to get in touch with the roots of their parents' records collections, which was an astounding statement to me. You know, as someone who grew up with punk rock, the last thing you would do is embrace your parents' lame-ass records.
We never had, like, a rebellion phase where we, like, swore off everything our parents represented.
I don't understand this generation at all. And that's good. You know, each generation should come up with its own thing, even if it's their parents' thing, I guess.
You know, Mark Arm, like Mudhoney, Green River, Nirvana, all that stuff's amazing. And it wouldn't be what it is without that spirit of rebellion, you know. But at a certain point, that becomes what people are rebelling against.
By the time I was getting into music, Kurt Cobain was already dead, and like people were changing. But I feel like I see exactly where it came from. Like I can see how it came from this area. Like I think a lot of grunge was just like logger culture, like dudes in flannels that like are dirty and drink a lot of beer. That cat's a little bit evil. Like claws you for no reason. There's this force that's really mysterious and dark and always right there next to you. It keeps you on your feet, kind of. Like, you never know what could happen or, you know, like, or how different things become at night in woods. I'm taking you to the secret road that they don't use anymore. Yeah, there it is. I used to make up all these crazy stories about it because nobody uses it. So I figured it was probably like a haunted trail or, you know, used by Native Americans before we were here. That was my house, and this is the trail that goes to it. I wish we could go in down there. You think they'd get us? They probably would freak out. Shotgun. Growing up here was very mysterious because I wasn't used to the woods. I really did think there was like spirits and ghosts that lived here. And like the kids who live around here also believed in them. And there's a lot of places we weren't allowed to go. Like there's a lot of mines. Like there's a mine shaft and they'd be like, stay away from that area, probably for that reason. but we'd be like, oh, it's because there's a ghost. We got to check it out, investigate, collect evidence. I have a need inside me to like be in a mysterious surroundings. Like I really like dark spaciousness, like where you're like can go off and it feels like nobody was there before you. And I feel like I seek that a lot in art too. Like I feel like I like to create spaces where it feels like dark and like empty. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess. So when you like do finally move into a city with people, it's like they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, you know what I mean? Like they just don't share the same experience, you know, and like after a while you like kind of keep it a secret. It's like, I'm just not going to talk about that stuff, you know.
We don't get much sunlight in Seattle. So the music doesn't really sound like the landscape at all. It doesn't have the typical Seattle dark grunge sound, which is a lot like what, you know, the weather's like. Which I don't know, I think we feel a little more California.
I think so.
I believe we are trying to take the bad times off people's minds. Before I opened this bar,